Morning. My name is Jasmine Crow, founder and CEO of Goodr, a social impact startup based in Atlanta. I want to take a moment to tell you all the day I saw the light. My college roommate, who had worked as a creative artist in New York City, decided with her husband to relocate to Atlanta, Georgia, and chase the American dream. They wanted to give their children a life they never knew growing up in Harlem, New York, like the opportunity to play in a backyard and ride a school bus to school. So they made the voyage to Atlanta. And one day I went and visited her home. And as she and I sat in her kitchen catching up, she offers me a glass of water. And when she opened her refrigerator door, I could immediately see from the front to the back. As she turned around, she saw the shocked look in my eyes. And she stood there, pregnant with her second child, and burst into tears, telling me that she knew what I was thinking. And that while she always tried to keep meals and snacks in the house for her 2-year-old son, often they didn't have the money to. And what I remember most about that day was this bright light shining in my eyes from this empty refrigerator. Her plight is not uncommon. Every year in the United States, 42 million people live food insecure. And what that means is that every month they have to make a critical decision, often choosing between paying for bills like their rent and their utilities and paying for food. Well, no one should ever have to decide if food is a necessity in their household. And here's why. In the United States, we waste 72 billion pounds of perfectly good food every year. And we spend $218 billion producing, transporting, and disposing of food that we never eat. In fact, food waste has now doubled, accounting for 27% of everything in our landfills today. And as this food sits, it gradually rots and produces harmful methane gas, a leading contributor to global climate change. These are problems, and they're problems that we're laser focused on solving. Because nationwide tonight in the United States, while 1 in 6 people will go to bed hungry, businesses will throw away millions of dollars in perfectly good food. At Goodr, we believe that hunger is not an issue of scarcity. It's a matter of logistics. And we're solving the surplus food supply chain problem, ensuring the safe delivery of this food from businesses that have it to nonprofit organizations and people that need it, all while allowing businesses to be able to track, account, and for the first time earn from their food donations. Now, I've been invested in this fight since 2013, personally cooking and serving over 80,000 meals, restaurant style, to people experiencing homelessness across the United States. And it was through this that the idea for Goodr was birthed. As I started to research food waste, I began to ask the question to businesses, why don't you donate your surplus food? And what I found out is that they were afraid. They were afraid of being sued and the liability, but more so they were unaware of the federal protection that had been available to them since 1996 under the Good Samaritan Act, and new enhanced tax legislation that now allow them to write off up to 30% of their annual income in food donations. So what this meant now was, not only could these businesses improve our communities, they can improve their environment and their bottom line. And that's when I created Goodr, the premier solution to food waste management. Customers are using our blockchain-enabled platform to redirect their surplus food to communities in need. Via our mobile app, they can request food pickups and access real-time analytical data on the items that they're wasting the most, see snapshots of their tax savings, and even impact reports. Our dashboard allows them to add and edit menu data, download community and environmental footprint reports. We're able to tell our customers for every pound of food that we keep out of landfill, how many gallons of water we save them, how much carbon dioxide and methane gas they're preventing from entering the environment. We also can let them know which nonprofits and causes that they're supporting so that they can begin to redirect their corporate social responsibility footprint to the areas they're already serving. As part of our process, we provide our customers with packaging materials, the use of our technology, added protection by requiring that every recipient in our network is registered and vetted with the IRS, signs a strict hold harmless agreement with us, as well as we provide a $15 million liability insurance. Every Goodr delivery is backed by our policy, as well as handled by a certified Serve Safe Do Gooder. We leverage a network of third-party logistics providers, many of which you may have heard of, like Postmates and Roadie, who serve as our final mile providers in getting this food to people in need. Since our humble beginnings in January of 2017, we have now grown our nonprofit network to over 30,000 registered nonprofits in 42 states with requests for Goodr in 17 countries. Just this year alone, we went from 1 market to now 10. We've diverted over 2 million pounds of edible surplus food from landfills to people, equating to over 1.7 meals provided, and we've saved our customers over $6 million in the process. Our clients now include the world's busiest airport, Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson, the NFL, SAP, Turner, Chick-fil-A, and many more. We've been featured in countless media outlets like Forbes, Fast Company, the Oprah Winfrey Network, and named by Inc. magazine as one of the 50 world-changing startups. And while I'm so proud of all the success that we've been able to receive at this short time, I still see that light. And I think about my friend that day and the millions of people just like her throughout the world who struggle to put food in their households. And I'm driven by the fact that there is much more work to do. The Goodr team brings to the table years of experience in marketing, operations, logistics, development, and sales. And all of us, in some way or another, have been unfortunate enough to experience hunger. And so we're driven to end this for others. At Goodr, our mission is simple: feed more, waste less. And we don't just have a dream to end hunger, we have a plan. We've built a sustainable business that is solving two of the world's greatest problems, and we're inviting you to join us in this fight. There's never been a better time to do Goodr. The U.S. Department of Agriculture and the EPA have set a goal to cut food waste in half by the year 2030, and Goodr is a company poised to help them do it. Over the next 18 months, we're going to continue to expand our operations, landing in 20 markets by 2020 and launching in our first international market in 2021 with the launch in Johannesburg, South Africa. I want to invite you all to join us in this fight. To learn more about us, visit us online at goodr.co or please see me after today's event. We are currently looking for introductions to food service businesses, so if you have any, please send them my way. I want to thank you all for your time and let you know that hunger and food waste have met their match. Thank you.